Hey everybody, it's Mike over at Taxes and Bricks. Welcome to episode 78. Today we are taking a look at set number 71374, Lego's Nintendo Entertainment System. You can see it behind me on the shelves. Looks really great. And it's matching up nice with the other 80s themed sets here. A couple days from now, I think Sunday, they're releasing the Atari 2600. So I'm going to be online there at midnight to try and get my set order in. And I'll go ahead and build that. And that one's going to go up here right next to the NES to kind of round out our 80s themed sets here for the time being. So I'm going to show you a little intro, give you a little kind of stop and start here as I get to different parts of the build, and show you the final product and give you my thoughts and some facts and statistics and some numbers. So enjoy. Okay, so the year was 1986. I believe it was September of 86. And nobody knew it. But the entire world, mainly the United States, but the entire world was about to change, because in September of 86, Nintendo dropped here in the United States. I had to wait a year before my folks would get me one. And I asked them like every day. And actually it was kind of funny. It was one of my first sort of, that I remember, my object lessons. I was getting in trouble at school. And variety of dumb, stupid little things. And, you know, my parents were getting called to the principal's office, I don't know, a lot. They had a standing coffee order. My dad and mom would walk in and they'd be like, "Oh, we have your coffee just the way you like it." My folks didn't know what to do, so my dad got this brilliant idea. Every week that I didn't get called to the principal's office and his ass didn't get hauled to the principal's office too, he would put money in an envelope. And after X number of months or weeks or whatever, I could do whatever the heck I wanted with that money. And I decided with my money, I was a good kitty. Boom. Got myself a real deal Nintendo, which, God, I wish I still had. There's something about it. I don't know. For those of you who remember, up, down, left, right, B, A, select, start. There you go. Anyway, today we're going to be taking a look at Lego's rendering of the Nintendo Entertainment System from the mid to late 80s. I have seen a lot of reviews online. I've seen a lot of videos. I've been holding this set for about a year and a half. And I'm very excited to do this. I wasn't waiting for any reason in particular, really, but I'm going to lie and say that I was. And then I knew when I bought this not to put it together, because Atari 2600 is dropping in just a week. So actually, kind of like I did with Voltron and Optimus Prime, I'm going to put this sucker together, and then I'm going to put together the Atari 2600 in like a week or two whenever I get it. I haven't ordered it yet because it hasn't dropped on Lego.com. So, but sticking with Nintendo, this is set number 71374. It is the Nintendo Entertainment System. As you can see, it's from it's a licensed set, so it's licensed to I believe it's still Nintendo that owns the rights to the NES. And it comes in the 18 plus style packaging, so you've got this sort of greebling design along the bottom, a nice sort of black background with kind of a halo around the set. As you can see, what you're basically going to build is you're going to build the console box, and you're going to build a remote control, and then you're going to build a game cartridge, okay? And then you're going to build an old school 1980s console TV. It's great. And this is how it displays. And it's got like the cords and all the stuff in the antenna, so it's really kind of great. I got this, it's released August 1st of 2020, so it's almost 2 years that it's released. It's still out there, so you can still get it. It's not retired. It's a pretty popular set. I know a lot of people who have it. So basically, I think they're probably going to run it for a little while. I mean, who knows? But I don't know. Might retire soon, whenever. But you can still get it. pretty much anywhere. It retailed, or MSRP was $229.99, and that's what I paid for it, $229.99. I didn't use any VIP points or discounts or anything like that. So I'm gonna crack this box open here. We're gonna take a look at what's inside. I don't know what to expect. Don't know how many bags. Also don't know what to do with my knife. There we go. Let's see. All right, hang on one second. We're just gonna cut the box open. It's got tape, not thumb tabs, which is nice. Very heavy box. Oh, okay, hang on. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, it's heavy. A lot of stuff. It's 2,646 pieces. So, I mean, not the biggest set in the world, but definitely pretty big. You got a box, and then you got bags. That's it. Nothing else. All right. So, my daughter just walked in. Hang on. Hey, shh, I'm doing a video. All right. Cord. Lots of numbered bags. Oh, I see a 20. That's a lot of bags. And I have no idea what's inside this here. Let's cut this sucker open. Let's find out what's in here. All right. Hey, man. I think the manual is probably in this one. Oh, more bags. A lot of stuff. Oh, but you know what? The manuals. Oh, hey, darling. The manuals are in pretty good condition here. Oh, you got the box over, baby. So that's good. We're just gonna get into this sucker, start emptying bags out, and start from number one and work our way all the way through. And we'll see what happens next. Okay, so I think this is a good place to kind of stop for just a second and kind of look at the progress. I'm through bags 1 through 7. We've built the console and the Super Mario Brothers game. And I'll do a full kind of wraparound here as we get to the end. But I got to say, so far, wow. I mean, this thing is brilliant. I think I'm going to measure and compare it with the specs online. I think it's a bit smaller than the actual set was. The game definitely feels like it's smaller, although I don't know. I mean, last time I think I held a Nintendo game, I was smaller, so maybe. But, I mean, this is... wow. They just... incredible job here. This is just insane. The buttons don't work, but they look very accurate. The plugs for the controllers, I mean, they even went so far as to give you the old school audio visual outputs, and they gave you a whole set of plugs on the back here. I mean, they got the venting here correct. This thing's just awesome so far. Yeah, so anyway, I just wanted to take a quick breather here. I'm going to keep going. Bag 8 looks like we're going to build a controller here. And then the rest, I think, is going to be the television and a few other little aspects of this. So very exciting stuff. So stay tuned for the final product. All right, so we're up through bag 12. Well, I'm up to bag 12, not through bag 12. The last bag 8 that I did right after I cut to show you the console and the cartridge, bag 8 created this controller. Buttons don't press, but it's a good representation. And again, it feels small to me, but it might be to scale. I don't know. I'm gonna do a little research here once we're kind of done to figure it out. But the remaining bags, 9 through 21, basically, build the TV console. And I wanted to show this to you because in the next bag or two, I'm going to end up kind of closing it up so you won't be able to see. But essentially, there's a crank on the side here, okay? And that crank is going to actually run like a Super Mario Brothers, theme, or scene rather, across the screen. I would assume this way because that's how it tracked in the game back in the day. So, but I wanted to show you kind of all of the little gears and things that went into this to turn all of the pieces here, and I'm sure there are going to be a few more. But this is, I mean, it's just incredible. This is where sort of my level of understanding and expertise of, I don't know, Lego engineering, building, architecture, or whatever completely ends, because I mean, without the instructions, I never would have been able to do any of this. So I probably couldn't even build a box. So anyway, but this is sort of what the inside of the TV console is starting to look like. Like I said, the next bag or two, we're building it up a little higher, and then it's probably going to get all enclosed. So before it did that, I wanted to kind of show this to you. So this is where we are right now. I'm on bag 12, and there are 21 bags in total. So got a couple more to go. I'm a little more than halfway there. So very exciting stuff. And we'll keep building away. So by far one of the most tedious and I guess important parts of the build is the Super Mario Brothers scene that's going to scroll across the little television that I'm building right there. Basically the way it was built is you started off with these gray kind of track pieces right here. You built 2 tracks side by side, connected them with cross pieces, and then as it laid out flat, put all of these tiles on. Very time consuming, and there were an awful lot of them. But what's kind of cool is they give you these really great print pieces for all of the different sort of features of the scene. And so the idea here is this thing's going to sit on top of a track, and it's going to be able to rotate through just like this as you're staring at it, which is kind of interesting. So anyway, I'm going to install this, and then I don't know if I'm going to call it a night yet. I only have 2 more bags to go here, maybe 3. So I might just power on through here and see if we can get it done tonight. All right, I decided to power on through last night and get this sucker done. Set number 71374, Nintendo Entertainment System from the licensed 18 plus line here. 2,646 pieces, took me just over 8 hours to complete. Overall impressions, this is a really nice display set. I think that just what they did and some of the things they did and what's included in this set is just incredible. So let's talk about the set a little bit here and kind of show you. So the first thing we did in these giant manuals was we put together the console, then the game, then the controller. Okay. I think I've kind of shown you this part before, but the console opens up, the game slides right in, just like in the real life, and it clicks down. Brilliant. When you're done playing and you want to change it out, just kind of comes right out. The game feels really solid. It's really nice. The console itself feels really solid. It is smaller than what the original Nintendo Entertainment System from 86 or 85 or 86 was like. The original was like 10.5 inches wide, 8 something deep, and about 3.75 tall. This runs about 8 inches or so above across, about 7 back, and I think this is about 2.5. So they scaled it down a little bit, no big deal. It's not supposed to be a massive, like, replica of whatever. So this is great. It only came with 3 stickers technically, okay? You got the label for the Super Mario Brothers game. You've got the little supplemental label with the Nintendo seal, and then the Action Series sticker. And then on the back of the television, I'll show you in a second, there's another sticker. Other than that, everything else was a print piece, okay? Print pieces, print pieces, print pieces. There's print pieces on the side. There's print pieces all over the television. Exclusive print pieces. And that's insane. The manuals came, they were in really good shape. No bends or rips or tears or anything like that. So I could easily use them. I think overall this thing is very accurate. I mean, you can tell it's Lego in the sense that there's a couple of exposed studs, but otherwise, I mean, you start to step back at a distance rather. That's an NES. I mean, this is great. I think this thing is packed with fun features and details that I think they didn't need to add, but they did, and I'm super grateful. Just the plug and the cord that comes through. Just sort of the buttons that look accurate. Again, the opening of the console and being able to insert a game and push it down. The vents across the top. They give you the audio and the video outs. Okay. Something interesting in terms of an Easter egg, if you take off the side panel, I mean, this wasn't in the original console when you bought it, but this is a rendering of some of the worlds, I think 1 and 2, the underground worlds on 1 and 2 of Mario Brothers, which is kind of interesting. He's got the little warp zone into another level kind of thing here. You got some plug spaces on the back here, which is real nice, for like the AC adapter, et cetera, et cetera. Not much on this side. This side doesn't really come off. It's bricked in, but yep. So that was part of the first part of the build. Second part was, of course, the control of the game and then the controller. The buttons don't press. No biggie. I mean, they could have probably figured something out. I mean, they figured out this sucker. I mean, come on. So they could have figured something out, I guess, for all the buttons, but it's no big deal. Next part of the build after the controller, the console, and the game is the television. I tell you my favorite part of the television. Hang on, wait for it. Oh, so satisfying for this 80s guy. I mean, that's what TVs did. It clicks. That's why they called it a clicker. Like, I mean, oh, come on, this is great. Oh, I love that part. The front of the TV is great. Print piece, print pieces, print pieces, print piece, print piece. Awesome. Not sure what's going on up here with the greebling with the exposed studs, but hey, whatever. It's Lego. They want to at least make it look like Lego. But this is the big main feature of the television. You crank the crank on the side, and as I showed you, the screen rotates. Mario stays where he is, and he just kind of runs through a little sampling of what I believe is the first level of Mario Brothers, which is great. Okay. Turning the television around, it is sitting on a stand. There is no cord that connects the television to the console, which is something that I think they could have done. But hey, I'm not going to complain too much. There's an antenna. Yes, for you people who grew up on satellite dishes and cable and streaming, this is what we used to have to hold. We used to take turns holding it so the picture was good when we wanted to watch the 5 programs that were on during the day, which turned off at midnight, and there was no 24-hour television back then. So there's that. You got the audio and video ins, what I believe is the coax connection for the cable, another thing that probably people don't recognize these days. And then I'm pretty sure that this was part of, I don't know, the AB switch, I think, this is what it's supposed to represent. For those who remember having to switch the connector on the back of the television to get the Nintendo to actually work, because you could plug it in, but if you didn't do the AB switch, which I think is what this is supposed to be, you just got nothing. So that's kind of interesting. And then, yeah, this is the last sticker. It's low-tech color television receiver. And it's got a serial number, which I'm sure references something from the designers and, whatever. I'm sure all of these little numbers represent, the designer's initials or something like that, whatever. But really kind of neat. I mean, this is really, really great. The stand's pretty sturdy. I like that a lot about it. Yeah, I mean, this thing's great. I no complaints beyond my stupid nitpicky nonsense that I feel, I need to at least be a negative Nelly for at least 5 seconds, because I just love this so much, and I think it's a really great set, and I can't wait to put it up on the walls. Yeah. A+. I mean, one other thing, forgot to mention, little hinges and studs, no big deal. Again, it's Lego. It's got to look like a little bit of Lego, otherwise people aren't going to think you're building Lego, so there's that. All right, well, I'm going to toss this sucker up on the shelves, and next up, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks from now, it's going to be joined by Atari 2600, which I can't wait for. Coming out on August 1st, so I'm very excited about that. It's going to look real great next to Nintendo. I had a 2600 before I got Nintendo. God, I wish I still had my 2600. Best gaming system ever. No, it really wasn't, but it was the best one from its time. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content and want to see more of it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share my content with your friends, and have a great day.